anything.
Yeah.
So speaking of shows,
that's not true either. I'm not fast on a lot of stuff.
Speaking of shows, Genius just came out. Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
Kanye West?
bro.
Check it out yet?
No.
Yeah.
So-
I saw clips of it, but not the whole thing.
So it's very interesting. So there's a guy who used to run a public access show in Chicago.
Yeah, this is cool, bro.
And
Cootie.
And he used to just record and interview rappers all the time. And after he met Kanye, he was like, "Yo, this."
He was
guy
actually a
is-"
comedian first.
And he was a stand-up comedian first, and then he was in front of the camera, and then he became behind the camera.
He's almost like the original Nardwuar, or like hip hop Chicago
Like a
Nardwuar.
Chicago Nardwuar. And it turns out that after he met Kanye, he's like, "Yo, this guy is good. He's gonna be somebody. I want to make a documentary on him."
And this is super early on. Like,
you know what was unclear about that though?
Huh.
Like or maybe it was clear and I missed it. Like I was kind of working and watching. Did he make that distinction? Like, did he decide to make a documentary on Kanye, or like, was it a conversation they had amongst themselves?
No. He just realized that he had the belief that Kanye was gonna be legit and like blow up, and he's like, I'm just gonna follow him and record him.
That's it.
Yeah, and he quit his regular job to do that.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. I mean, I remember being a fan of Kanye during that time, during 2002, 2003, and no one knew who the fuck he was. But the fact that someone was there with him in person and can recognize that and fucking give up everything for that shit is fucking
No, that's
nuts.
when you reflect on that. That's fucking nuts, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, this is Kanye when he wasn't even he wasn't signed to Rockefeller yet. He was just
He was making beats for
he
Jay-Z
was making
already.
beats for Chicago artists
And Jay-Z.
and then Jay-Z.
And he was trying to get signed, which is crazy. So you see him going to the different labels, everyone promising him the world, and no one can deliver.
So real
And then
quick,
this guy
real
Cootie-
quick,
and then this guy
real quick, just like to lay there's a show on Netflix called Genius. It's gonna come out like either weekly,
I think every
episodically.
Tuesday. So by the time this
So
airs-
there's one already, and it basically starts off kind of where we talked about now, where like kind of the inception of what is Kanye West, and then kind of his trying to find his way into the music industry more than just a producer.
Yeah, and the reason we have any footage of this is because this guy Cootie, which we just talked about,
Decided
to drop shit that was happening in his life.
Everything.
He was doing stand up and everything to just to go with Kanye and record him.
Yeah.
Which when you
No, it's insane. It's insanity,
this
bro.
motherfucker dropped everything in his life to record another man, bro. You know what I mean? Like another person, like do his life. You know what I'm saying?
Real
Because
quick,
he had a
what does
belief that-
Cootie do? Like, no.
I
Still
don't-
records.
Well, we don't know. It's only episode 1. I
Oh, yeah, he's not
I
in-
presume he still shoots
I'm
with
assuming
Kanye.
he's-
Right?
I
would
presume.
so
No,
too.
he's
Yeah.
fucking. He probably lives well.
But
though.
the guy doesn't need to though, bro, because a lot of the footage he did on episode 1, they show it. He ended up selling like a large part of a good amount to MTV. When MTV did this one thing on Kanye, a lot of the footage they used was Cootie's. So like
Yeah.
the man has probably been making so much money just giving people like snippets of the
Yeah, and
great
and
content that
he's
he
probably
has.
just on the Kanye team.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
yeah.
And actually, in the first part of the first episode shows him with Kanye just a year ago in Dominican Republic.
Yeah, when they're recording.
And Kanye called Netflix or someone and said, "Listen, my man Cootie, he has 8-hour documentary on me. You need to talk to him later on today."
Yeah, he's.
That's how it
I
opens
think that this was Kanye's like, hey, you're about to get all what's been coming to you, bro. You're about to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
And
because
it's so much-
Netflix probably fucking dropped a bag
Oh,
on
yeah,
this
what the fuck?
fucking
They-
dog.
Netflix
So
pays-
much so, bro. They dropped this shit weekly.
Yeah.
They wanted the fucking hype to just keep getting built, dog. Just typical
Yeah.
Kanye fashion. Fantastic.
Because
Yeah,
from
and-
what I understand is like Kanye, like he brings the people that he came up with him. That's why I was curious and see
Yeah,
like,
and-
where he's at now.
So much so, this guy Cootie, who record everything, is the narrator to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his voice.
It's
Yeah.
his voice, and he's kind of it's him telling the story, kind of,
That's dope.
which is dope. I mean, he's not the best narrator. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't know if you felt.
No,
like
I
that.
thought it was good.
I don't know. I felt like his cadence.
It
was
felt
weird.
raw.
No, it felt good because it was raw, but
I see. I know. I get what you're saying. No, speak on it, bro. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I
You
felt
would
like-
have done better.
Yeah, I felt like his cadence. all the ways happen.
I say, Uncle Jams. Bro, have you seen Julia Fox? Anyways, I'll get to that shit as part of the
You were saying
antics.
something?
Yeah. So like, I could do without his narration and everything.
Damn, you fools felt that
Yeah, but I
stinky
think
about
the
his
only reason why-
narration?
The reason why it
Damn,
was
you guys have
important-
cooties, bro.
Cootie has cooties, bro.
You fools are ruthless,
we're
bro.
I didn't
anti-cooties,
felt like
bro.
that too. Bro.
I never had cooties, bro.
I didn't think twice about the narration.
No, but what I think it is, it's you needed to hear his story just because of know that
Exactly.
this is what he's doing.
And that's why I felt like it was perfect, even no matter how it sounded. Like I didn't want Samuel L. talking
No,
about
it's a
it.
good ingredient.
Like, or no, what's the other fool's name? Morgan Freeman. Like that shit would have ruined it for me, dog. This is Nat Geo now. What the fuck, you know?
It's a good ingredient.
I think it felt good to me because I was like, it's this motherfucker that decided to shoot all these fucking 8 hours.
But would the documentary not have been better if it was like Common's voice?
I don't know. Demi hates the way that fool. His cadence sucks.
Comments?
Yeah, she hates it.
Because he does documentaries already. That's why I've heard him. He sounds good.
He
I
has
didn't
a dope
think.
voice.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
didn't think
Yeah.
about it. It would be up to you two fuckers to like consider that. That's interesting.
Having Snoop on there would be fire, bro.
You feel
Snoop
like-
narrating into his
I
phone.
honestly did not think twice about the narration. I'm like really impressed by
Now,
you two.
now we're overthinking it a little
Yeah,
bit.
now I'm like,
But
now I'm like,
anyways,
yeah, it did
let's-
suck,
let's
huh?
move on.
Back to the fucking.
Let's get back.
Hey, another thing I wanted to point out about it. There was a point going back to this antics thing that we've talked about. There was a point where he was saying that like he didn't have creative control over it, which now to me
Creative
seems like a
control over
fucking bunch of malarkey, bro.
Creative control over what?
Over the
He said
documentary.
he wanted to be
Oh.
executive producer on the documentary. That's what he posted. But I mean,
Kanye.
yeah.
But to me, that seems like a lie now because even if Cootie's at the table and Kanye is not, like it seems
Cootie's
like
gonna speak
Cootie.
for him.
Yes, bro. It seems like Cootie would take into consideration anything Kanye tells him. Like
Yeah.
they're homies like that.
Yeah, and the only reason.
So to me, now I'm like, fucking guy, and this is what I'm going back to on the antics thing. Like, he just fucking says shit, dog, to stir the pot, and it's just trolling.
Yeah, and I think
He's just hyping up the fucking doc.
not only the doc, but he's dropping.
No, I'm saying specifically on this one, dog, saying I don't have creative control, and now I know that you're fucking homie who shot all the footage being shown. What more creative control do you need? Like, hey, Cootie, don't show me fucking these hoe, dog. Don't trip, dog. It's never gonna get shown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if fucking Jeremy's shooting a video of us, bro, and I'm like, hey, Jeremy, don't play that. Cool.
Yeah.
What more creative control do you need than that?
Yeah.
So now you going and posting an Instagram saying, Netflix, I want creative control over this doc that's about me, just seems like you were just hyping it up, dog. Just tell me to watch the documentary, bro. I would appreciate it if you were just like, hey, guys, all my fans should really check out my documentary. It's pretty cool. He's been following me for 8 years. Like, why can't you just talk to me like I'm a normal person who, like, is interested in you?
It doesn't make a good post for Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you, but I'm just saying, like, but to me, it discredits everything from there on out. Where I'm like, are you really getting kept out from your kids, or are you just telling me that to sell me the next fucking STEM player? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, bro, if you're in a platform where people listen to you, you should try your best to not lose credibility. You should try your best for people to fucking feel like you are really trying to convey something of value. You know, and now I'm like, I thought about it, I was like, this is stupid, bro.
Well, I think the majority of people just, they're just so drawn by the antics. The antics work.
God, it's painful, bro.
Unfortunately, bro.
No,
But
I believe you. I'm not saying he's not a fucking master marketer. I'm just saying there's a room full of people who really just want, like, talk to my fucking, like, I don't
Just
need
talk to me,
don't-
bro.
Just talk to me like I'm normal, dog. Not like
Yeah.
I'm some fucking troll that loves to, like, retweet shit for likes.
yeah.
Like, it's not who I am, bro.
One thing that I fucking loved about the documentary, like seeing this like on tape,
Oh, God, bro, so
is
cool.
is when he was like talking about when they asked him about his album, and he was talking about like, I'm gonna talk. My mom is a fucking English teacher. My dad's a is his dad's a pastor?
I don't remember.
He said something about, he said my dad is Christian. He didn't say he's a pastor.
Yeah,
He just
Christian.
said my dad's Christian. And I lived a certain kind of life. I'm not gonna be talking about killing and
I loved
other
it.
shit
Yeah.
just because it's the hot shit to go. And I remember, dog, because I remember myself as a hip hop fan at the time. It was like we were so drawn into the gangster shit because that's what hip hop was at the time. That initially I personally had like a resistance to like
Yeah.
Kanye shit.
That's crazy.
Because I was so wrapped into the zeitgeist of
Yeah.
fucking hip hop at the time.
Yeah.
But it's what makes him. It makes
Yeah.
it's what makes what he was making at the time so genius because it was from a true place. He didn't give a shit, like he said there, dog, in the doc, bro. He didn't give a shit if it was
Never got play.
Yeah, never got play if it was the thing. It was the cool thing or not. This is where I'm coming from, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hot, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I was like, and that's true, dog. It reflects in the art because
No,
it
for
really,
sure.
it really was that way,
No,
dog.
for
Like
sure.
at that time, there was nobody else
no, for sure.
that was not rapping about killing, dog. Even Jay-Z was like, and you know what, Jay-Z's not gonna kill nobody, dog. Get the fuck out of here. You know what that?
Yeah,
50 might, but Jay won't.
but Jay-Z, 50, they grew up. They nonetheless came up in a world where that was like they maybe it was a year or two, but they lived it. Kanye was basically saying, I never
did.
lived that.
Yeah.
And so if I talked anything about it, I would be lying.
But you know how many rappers were just doing that, and they were.
Oh,
lying.
of course,
You know what I mean?
bro. No.
So yeah, whatever. Maybe not Jay. Jay lived it for a time.
Yeah, I know
but
what
they
you're.
were-
I
but
know
every
what you're
rapper
saying.
that was coming up had to rap like that, even if
Yeah.
they never lived that shit.
Yeah.
And he was the first one to be like, "Nah, killing is corny. I'm not gonna do that. I
Yeah.
never lived that shit."
You know, I always gravitated towards Kanye because I thought his production was fucking superb, right? Like I thought his sample choice was great. Like his music just sounded. I feel like I was always like an old head at heart. Like I always wanted like something more soulful, bro. And it was just always Kanye for me.
Yeah.
You know, and for so long, even to this day, I will still tell you like Kanye, probably Timbaland are probably two of my favorite fucking producers. Like anything they drop, I'll listen. Ninth Wonder too, obviously, like from a left to like in a different world.
Yeah.
Because they still do boom bap, which is not really so much of my vibe. But like, yeah, dog, Kanye was making music, choosing samples. The way he was sampling is just, it was different, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And then he made songs like All Falls Down, which was like, damn, I'm so self-conscious. That's why you always see me with at least one of my watches. What?
Bro,
Like-
these imposters and drove me crazy.
Can't even pronounce nothing. Pass that Versace. And you spent $400 on this. Just to tell me you ain't up on this. And I can't even go to the grocery store without some ones that's clean and a shirt that.
With a team.
See, we're living the American dream. Niggas highest up, got the lowest
self-esteem.
Bro,
Fire.
he was just saying shit that I remember when I first heard Kanye, bro, probably like in 06, dog. Maybe a little bit younger than that. Like when I heard him, I was like, bro, finally, bro. It's kind of my same pain with J. Cole. Like at the end of the day, dog, you using the N-word a lot of times puts me off because I'm not that.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to use that word.
I'm not
It
allowed to
doesn't
use that
reflect-
word. It doesn't
me.
reflect my everyday. So all that gangster rap this is Mario's number one thing. Like, oh, I know you don't fuck with the gangster rap. I'm not a fucking gangster.
Yeah, I can't relate to
I
it.
literally went to fucking private school from 2nd grade to 8th, bro. The only gangster shit I've done was drink underage and steal. I didn't steal though.
And jaywalk.
You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that I would tell you about, bro. But like growing up on the street, dog, I didn't, bro. I grew up in North Hollywood. My parents trucked me to Chatsworth, bro,
Yeah.
to go to private school, public school over there because they thought the private schools in North Hollywood were too ghetto.
Yeah.
So like, how could I ever sit here, dog, and listen to gangster rap? It just doesn't. It's not me.
Doesn't connect.
You know, it doesn't connect with me, bro. So when Kanye was making music and he was making shit like it just sounded like, oh, I know what that is, bro. And then you see pictures of a man with a pop collar and a Lacoste, and I was like, that's what I want to wear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, special hose up to rappers that just rap about real shit.
Yes.
Real life shit, not
Yes,
just
sir.
gangster. Hose up.
Hose up.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, so you didn't see it yet, Jeremy?
I saw clips of his mom telling him stuff about
Oh,
like the
another
giant,
iconic part,
The
bro.
fuck,
Yeah.
that's my favorite thing. That's my favorite like
Yeah.
a giant sees
moment
himself
when
in the
he went
mirror
to visit his mom, bro.
and he
Yeah.
sees
I was
nothing,
damn,
right?
What
she's
part?
dope.
What did you like?
Oh, I just like how much fun. Like I like the fact that how much she enjoyed just talking.
Her mom reminded me a lot. His mom reminded me a lot of your mom.
Yeah. She reminded me a lot of my mom too. That's what,
Sorry. She seemed like his number one fan. Like he
Yeah,
can
which
say
is like-
he could say whatever, and she's just like, yeah, baby. Oh, and that song you did, like
and
she's
Also, her
perfect.
honesty with him.
within like the non-wavering support is still like I'm gonna. But I see that she was still kind of telling him about his ego though, like when she was trying to tell him
Yeah,
about
but
the.
she did say.
But she said I don't give a fuck about it too.
No, she did say, but you can't go up there and say, and this goes to his
It's
point
true.
earlier about, I have a documentary coming out. You can't just talk like that. Like, she said, you can't have, like, she said, people confuse your confidence with arrogance.
Yeah.
But don't stop your confidence.
See,
because
but-
if
but-
you come out and just say, "Oh, I'm good,"
Yeah, like
Don't-
whatever.
oh, you did such a good job. Oh, I was all right. No one wants to hear that. Yes,
The-
like he said, I'm a
the
god.
one thing though, and I think Kanye's lost sight of this was like his mom makes a comment saying, "But you are so humble."
Yeah.
Right? So what she was speaking was like not to his subconscious, but like saying like, I know you're humble, So don't lose that humility.
Yeah, that's why she said you can have your feet on the ground and still be in
Exactly.
the air. That's what she said.
And that's where I think the disconnect is now, where I don't know
We should probably talk about
what.
We should probably record. Are we
Are we recording? What you mean?
We've been, yeah.
Welcome to Above the Waist Podcast.
Am I drunk?
You gotta welcome my man's back.
Oh, my bad.
And this is Ulysses S. Grant.
So, anyways, that to me is the part that I agree with you. She did say like, nah, you gotta talk your shit. This is hip hop, baby.
Yeah.
She was well aware this is hip hop. But I think the part that I took away was like, but she was speaking to him saying, you're humble, which is fucking the way you should be and should stay. But yeah, talk your talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like the disconnect is now.
But protect the humility.
Right. Don't lose you inside.
Yeah.
Everybody else could see the show, but who you are inside should stay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't forget who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see someone right before I watched the documentary. Someone wrote, I was watching the conversation with him and his mom, and that shit stuck in my head so much that I don't even remember what happened the rest of the
I
documentary.
love that.
Well, but she has a quote that everyone's like just going off on, which was
The
The
giant.
giant.
a giant doesn't see themselves in a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I interpreted in that is that like you don't see that you're bigger than everything else when you look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know, you're just filling the mirror like like a mirror is filled.
Right.
You know, so
Mirrors just do what fans do.
they just be doing. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I thought that was great, bro.
Yeah, and that was just one like. It also highlights the magic of what Kuti was doing because bro, he recorded that like he recorded them hanging out with Kanye West's mom, and you saw Kanye the son. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
not Kanye West the rapper, not Kanye West the
artist,
nothing, bro. You saw the son, bro. Mom was talking this motherfucker. Yeah. Have you ever seen Kanye West on camera that quiet?
Yeah, no, he was like listening intently.
He was listening, bro.
Yeah,
mom was talking, he was listening. You know, she
and
was like
to that point, like I think that Taylor Swift thing when he was like really drunk and walks up on stage, that was around the time his mom passed. So I think it wouldn't be unfair to draw a connection between him sort of
losing himself.
How do I say losing himself? I think that's like speaking for him a little bit, but him being bigger than who he is inside can kind of be connected to the fact of like, well, he lost that grounding figure.
Yeah, I feel that's kind of how I feel
You
when
know?
I saw that scene. I was like, this is what's missing in his life today,
bro.
because
Because
sure. Kuti even said it himself. He's like, I know we went back to Chicago to do the whole symposium or whatever the fuck the thing was.
Yeah, the music
the convention or whatever. He's like, but it felt walking away from that weekend. It felt like the weekend was about visiting his mom. Okay, if that was that strong of a thing, like she was the one anchoring point for him. I feel like in this world of madness and industry stuff and music and money and all this shit, the one thing that was like real and like anchored him back to like reality was his mom. And I can't speak for the rest of his life, and I don't know why there isn't that for him outside of that, but I'm sure that's a huge thing. That's like he would maybe be reflecting as a different person today.
I think that's right.
And I think
that's right.
You know, and it doesn't mean he can't get it again from somebody else or from some other source or whatever. But somehow his mom dropped out, and he doesn't have another. He never had like another.
Yeah, I think the issue now, and I don't know if you have something to say, Tony, but I think the issue now is like now you kind of fall victim to like everyone around you sees you as a star.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's either beef it with Kanye or say yes to Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Or be in the Kanye.
It's like your mom is your mom no matter how rich you are, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how many Yeezys you sold. So like there's always a voice of reason. So the complication I think for Kanye is like finding that voice of reason amongst a sea of people who are living off of you is very complicated.
Yeah, and there's way more people living off of him now than are real anchors.
I think that's right.
It's kind of like the Dave Chappelle thing, where he had to take a break from everything because he didn't have anything real anymore. I think the beautiful thing about this is it reminded us why we're Kanye fans.
Right? Yeah, 100%. Episode 1 was great for Kanye fans.
Yeah, because if people who don't know his music and you just know his antics through like TMZ and stuff, you're just like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? But if you watch this, it's like, this is why we love college dropout, late registration, graduation. This is the essence of what Kanye is. And there was that part where Dame Dash goes, he's the most real, authentic, humble person you'll ever meet. And I'm sure everyone saw that part and was like, Kanye, get the fuck out
No,
of here.
yeah,
But
I believe.
But this is who he was at the time, and this is why his music is so authentic, because he gives you what is real.
Yeah.
Which is why, now onto his antics, you know, the number one thing in his mind is Pete Davidson. So every fucking song is, I'm gonna roll up to Saturday Night Live with 30 people to fuck you up, right?
Yeah.
You know,
It's what his reality is today, right?
yeah,
now.
and I think he is missing that one person to come say, "Yo, chill."
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sure people are telling him to chill, but the person that'll say chill and he'll actually listen to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because I think now it's like there's that video of him like, I think we talked about it before on the pod where he like smacks some fucking paparazzi.
Yeah.
And like one of his cousins, it seems like at least, was like, "Oh, you need to chill," and he was fighting back with her, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, dog, at the end of the day, dog, your mom, you're not gonna push back on your mom like you would push back on your cousin, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and it goes back to that comment that she made about like having your feet on the ground but still being in the air.
yeah.
Because even then he was in the air, bro. Like that
yeah.
that interview, that fucking footage when he's in the car in the front seat and he's talking to the dude who's the XXL guy in the back. He's being really confident, bro. He's like, my shit's gonna blow up. I'm gonna be bigger than what you think, and that I can even imagine. He's like, I don't want to talk beforehand or whatever. He's like, but I truly believe. He's basically still saying, like, I'm gonna be the shit.
He's like, I didn't use your word fruition, which he mispronounced. But he's like, but can you add that in there? He's like, yeah, I'll add that in there somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that whole part is him like,
he was being authentic, bro.
So like and when he in that time of his life, he was in that place where he was still ultra confident, but had his feet on the ground somehow. And now he's just like ultra confident and just floating, dog, just out.
And it's not to say like, you know, he has things to be ultra confident about. Yeah, dog. Anything he puts his name on sells. I get it. But I feel like having that person that can tell you like, yo, bro, you're really just going off kilter right here, my G. Like, you need to tone that shit back to save your soul type of shit. Like, to keep you from like to keep you from Voldemorting, bro, where you fucking split your soul, dog, just to like keep yourself alive forever. Like, there's a price to pay to have a legacy that outlives Earth. You know what I'm saying? And the price might be you losing yourself. Which is like not worth it. Bro.
So that's why I think he went super religious. Now, he's always been religious. Jesus walks. A lot of his songs are talking about God. And but he went super religious, I think, as a thing to find some grounding in it, to put his feet back on the ground, because he's been up in the air so long.
My issue with the religion thing, bro, is, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
What I was going to say is that seems to be a trend right now with a lot of rappers or musicians. El Alfa just came out saying he's going to do that in 4 years.
Farruko is doing it
now. Farruko
instantly,
right? He retired, which I said he wasn't, but now he went full.
Yeah,
no, I know.
I think he's still gonna make secular music. From what I understand, he did a video on Instagram where he was saying, and should I fill in everybody? Farruko has been making videos, bro. Farruko's in a tour right now. He's touring his album that he just put out, and then he just decided one day, bro, that like half of his show was gonna be him preaching.
Quick side note, and this album, if you haven't heard it, is a party album. And one of his top songs was Pepas, which is basically about taking pills. And so he's basically been preaching. People are upset about it because they bought tickets to go watch a tour for him to perform Pepas. And he's basically for them to do Pepas.
Yeah, and he's basically he's refusing to perform the song because he doesn't feel like the message aligns with where his spirit is.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Real quick on the Kanye thing, back to still on the religious thing. Our problem with the religious thing for Kanye is he almost feels like he uses it almost like the fucking Queen of England. Like it's almost a divine right. Like I can no longer do wrong because this is God given. Right? And to me, that just feels so Mohammed, what's the term that they use? When you're a prophet. It feels so like he considers himself a prophet almost. And that's the problem where I'm like, I agree that I think that Christianity could have grounded him, but I think he took it on a spin of like, oh no, you guys are calling me crazy, but what I'm doing is God-given. And you guys think I'm trying to do all that, but what I'm doing is God-given. It's like, damn, dog.
His ego still took over.
It's still inflicting on the religious thing, dog.
Mhm.
Which is why I think it's not authentic. It's like I get what you're doing, and I'm sure he means it, bro. I am. I honestly think Kanye means the Christianity thing, dog. But he almost using it as a divine right. Like everything Kanye says must be good. Jesus himself told him to sell the stem players.
Like Manifest Destiny.
You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like, fuck, bro, you missed the point still.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly, let's not get into Christianity because I'll constantly be fucking talking about how people miss the point of Christianity itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to me, Kanye missed it, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And although his intentions were good.
And, one day we're going to do a loop. We'll do a religious loop one day.
I gotta bring my cousin out here, bro. My cousin Alex knows what the fuck is up, bro. But to me, it's like,
No,
religion
I
is-
don't want to know Alex's views. I want to know your views.
bro, I tell you, bro, religion is dope. Religion is dope, bro. I just think people miss it, bro. I do, dog.
Hold up.
Hey, shout out to Kanye, bro. I hope you find yourself, my G. I love.
Yes, bro.
I do love you, bro.
Yes, bro.
I ain't liking none of his shit on Instagram, but I'm rooting for him every day.